I think it's a good end to this part and also to the next question because I wanted to talk a little bit today about you being one of the top influencers in China in the tech world. And I think one reason that is because of the no attitude and also being straightforward, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard about this, but because I'm not too familiar with Chinese social media or like the Chinese KOL landscape, but you know very much in
You are using KOL.
what KOL, this word. I'm sorry. You know what's funny?
I don't use that in English.
Yeah, I know. I use it in English, and then people are like, "What are you talking about?"
Yes, you should say influencers, right?
Is it? But why is
You are a native English speaker.
why is it a Chinese word though? Why? Because key opinion leader is English. Why is it only?
It's invented by some bullshit agency as Ogilvy or something.
Yeah. Okay. So
I think definitely Ogilvy, Beijing headquarters, invented this bullshit word.
KOL, key
Yeah.
opinion leader. Well, I mean, I actually to be
I think opinion leader is a word, but who said key opinion leaders? First of all, you don't see that in any English books. You don't see that, right?
Thank you for correcting my English again.
And you shorten it as KOL. What the is that, right?
But influencer, I also don't like either, to be honest.
So what do you say?
No. I mean, like, I think both of these words is because the idea is that like an influencer isn't about fans. It's if you actually have influence, and I think that's the difference. Like, for example, an MKBHD, I think what's really unique about him is he actually has influence over people's buying habits, over what.
Oh, there's one thing I think is pretty similar because in China, in Chinese, people say that 他是我的粉丝, right? But I never say that in Chinese. I would say he 关注了我, he follows me. I would not say he's my fan. It's an overstatement.
Yeah.
Right? He follows you. It's the fact because on social media you need to follow someone, right? You need to click on the follow button. But it's not a claim that he's your fans.
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks you are a joke, and I want to see the joke every single day, right? So I would say he follows me, or I see some followers over there. I want to say I see some fans. This is, I think, when you see someone, he says, I have 1 million fans on the social, on Weibo or on somewhere. I don't like it.
But that's what I mean. It's because that's not influence. That's just a number. Like, you don't know what kind of influence they have on those people. And I think the difference with you is, like, for example, if you're meeting with Tim Cook, then you have some sort of influence, right? Like, that's actual influence. And I think that's the thing I wanted to ask you, because I think in many ways you've always been inspiring to me in that way, that it's not about the fans. It's not about the money necessarily. It's not about, like...
I think it's about you have... Okay, influence is that. I think the real influence is in the industry. The people who are making things happen really care about your ideas.
Yeah.
That's a real influence and only influence.
Yeah.
Because you are making something better.
You're literally influencing them, and you're influencing the people that watch you.
Yes.
That's influence for me.
That's the most important thing.
And that's what I wanted to ask, because in Western social media right now, not KOL, influencer, people are starting to wake up to this idea of the influencer. I always think that every medium has this path. When it first starts, everyone's like, oh my God, what is this? Let's watch it. Like YouTube, people post videos, oh my God, that's cool. And then it gets more and more mature. And you see that with influencer marketing. Before, like, you just see some random person you don't know talk about a product. You're like, okay, that's cool. I don't know this product. I don't have it. Let me watch. But now people are waking up to the fact that it's a model. It's a whole industry, that these brands are giving them money, they're giving them the products, they're giving them the talking points to talk about this. And I've been a part of this before, like my job is...
I'm still part of it.
You still are a part of it. But I think that's the thing, is that the average user is waking up to this, and then the question becomes to them, what is believable, what's not? And the people that you see are really thriving, like you in China and the MKBHDs in America, they're the ones that are being, I would say, transparent, honest, and making themselves more into a media platform, because that's actual influence. You know what I mean?
Are we now in the part 2?
Yeah.
Part 2. Okay, part 2. So we have time to talk about this. Here's the thing. You can be an influencer because you understand the products. So there are so many ways to understand the product. For me, it's like I make products. Even though I made the software, I definitely know better about the hardware, especially the video and photo part, the camera part, better than most people, most influencers. So the industry somehow, I cannot use respect, but they somehow will care a little bit about my ideas about everybody's camera system, right? And I'm pretty true to myself on the social media. I won't say some bullshit camera, they are genius designs. I will not say that. I will just, okay, here's the thing. I'm part of the game, but if you give me a phone with pretty shitty camera system, I would say no. I would say, I don't want to talk about this. I can hold myself from publicly humiliating your product, but I will not say something good about your product if it's pretty shitty.
But that's why I mean this transition into becoming a media, because for example, if the Wall Street Journal or any media, like a newspaper, is doing a review about anything, they have some journalistic integrity. And I feel you're seeing that with different influencers now. Do you feel that you have that now?
Okay, here's the thing. You are assuming Wall Street Journal will review all the products. They are not.
Yeah.
They skip reviewing Huawei phones. They skip reviewing almost all the Chinese phones. They only review Apple phones. They only review Samsung phones. They only review the latest Google Pixel phones. They don't review Chinese phones. So, nobody's reviewing all the products. You only pick the products you want to review. You are able to review, first of all. Second thing is, you need to, you don't lie. You don't lie to your readers. You need to respect your readers. And your audience should be placed on top of the brands, your sponsors. That's the most important thing. Because I'm getting older, I don't do so many public humiliation anymore. 10 years ago, I do a lot. But now today's issue is that people don't like public humiliations anymore.
Why do you think that is?
Why do you think you cannot have any Friends anymore? The Friends, the TV show.
Why can we not have any Friends, the TV show? I don't know.
That level. Because Friends is, you can see a lot of politically incorrect things in Friends.
I see what you mean, yeah.
The tolerance is definitely narrower than 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So now people don't accept public humiliations even for brands, for the products anymore.
I never thought about that.
You should think about that. So you need to use more diplomatic methodologies to criticize the products.
I think that for me, for example, when I was working at brands, the reason we don't like the public humiliation is it's already been done. It's a low blow, we feel, and it's not really focusing on the product or stuff like that. Like, you've seen the Rapid AI, that new, you've seen all the reviews about it. From what I understand, it wasn't a good product, so it wasn't a low blow, and that's why people were accepting of that. They appreciated that. You know what I mean? So I think that's the thing, is that like the low blow thing it's already been done. That's from my understanding.
To my understanding is that, okay, on Chinese social media, I don't know, I basically don't use Twitter anymore. And I don't upload my videos to YouTube anymore. But here's the thing. I still remember last year, I went to Apple Store just near the corner. The service was pretty bad. It was pretty bad because I tried to use my Oppo phone to check out. They roll their eyes to over there. So why? Because they think iPhone is 10 times better than your Oppo phone. I wrote this down and posted it on Weibo. And thousands of people criticizing me because they think I'm bad-mouthing about Apple, and you should not bad-mouth about Apple. Because, okay, I have a lot of followers who love Apple. And they don't tolerate me of criticizing Apple service.
But do you think that this is because of like everyone's just going to social media for positive things, they don't want to see negative things, or they're questioning your reason for saying this? Because I think there could be both in that. You know what I mean?
There's one thing I think today's users on Chinese social media are more aggressive than 20 years ago. Everybody now has a microphone and has a knife.
I think actually that would make more sense. Why?
Yeah, they are ready to stab you somewhere. So, yeah, so the safest way for me is to be more conservative.
But do you care about being safe? Like, do you care about what people say?
Okay, if sometimes you receive some death threats, you want to be safe.
Okay.
You don't want to be physically unsafe.
Yeah.
And if you've got 1 million fans on the internet, they know your address.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be unsafe. So this is what I think. So now in 2024, I tend to say something safe, and I tend to not publicly criticizing the brands, the products. Even though they are doing shit, I would just say, no, I don't want to talk about you.
Yeah, so you'll just refuse the product. You will never review a product that you don't like.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay. There are still some brands who are lying about their products. They cross the line. At this moment, I will stand up and I will say, don't do this anymore publicly. But if it's okay, I would just, okay, just let it be. Okay, I will close my eyes.
So this is the difference between you now and you 10 years ago?
To be honest.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's understandable, right?
I wouldn't expect that from you. I always saw you, I thought you'd be like 70 years old and you'd be like, oh, this is a product. I'm not reviewing this.
Sometimes I will criticize a product without naming it.
Oh, okay.
But 10 years ago, I would name it.
Oh, okay.
I will put their names in bold, biggest font on the Chinese internet. But now I will just censor the name.
Yeah.
I will leave it as a blank. And you guys just guess. But I'm not naming it. Okay. But there's a pretty bullshit product which was launched 3 days ago at 8 p.m. I will not name it.
But because I think that's the thing, is you're known for giving tough reviews, or you're known for being honest. And now that you pointed out the negativity, I don't like when people are being negative about a product. And the reason I don't like it is because it comes back to, why are they saying this? Are they saying this because of their personal opinions? And if they are, then it's detracting from the idea of being a very balanced review. And then there's the other people that you can just tell they're paid to say yes to everything. They're paid to say this is great, this is great. And that is not helpful.
Well, it's a tradition from Western media to be balanced, right? Like you go to, okay, what's the thing again? The AI.
The rabbit AI. There was two.
Yeah. Okay, if you go back to MKBHD's video, he was doing something like, okay, this is cool, this is really good, but now it's all the criticizing part. Like you need to say something good, and then you are qualified to say something bad about it.
Okay, I see what you mean, yeah.
You are trying to be balanced, but in the real world, you talk to your friends, you will not be balanced. You just say, it's shit, don't buy this. This is the worst ever product I've ever tried.
Do you know what we call that in English? The compliment sandwich. You make a sandwich, you put the compliment at the top, then you put all the shit in the middle, and then you put another compliment at the bottom.
You don't do that in real life, but publicly you are doing that. Why is that? I don't like that. I would like to see someday MKBHD totally get lost it, totally lose it publicly. Like, this is shit. I won't buy it.
But then that's the thing, is that like if he did that, for example, then I would see it as his opinion. But one reason I like him is I almost watch his videos as if I'm watching a newspaper's videos. I just find it as like it's actual mainstream media talking about a product. That's what I like.
I think it's not because of this. It's because you want to see somebody be nice on the camera. He's nice. MKBHD is nice. He's always nice, smiling. Even it's such a bad idea, such a bad product, he's being nice. He's talking with his nice voice and nice rhythm of talking. So you want to be peaceful in watching the 10-minute video.
It's actually I feel like you just broke down my psychology when I watch his videos. That's exactly
I think
what
that's
it
true.
is.
That's why MKBHD is attractive. That's why The Verge is attractive.
Yeah.
That's him. The Verge, sometimes you have better B-roll shots in the video. But MKBHD, you don't need some B-roll shots. You just do. It's just, I want to see the face. I want to hear his voice. But there's one thing MKBHD is doing pretty good. He can always find some insights.
Yeah.
Some ideas you don't have. Some perspectives you cannot figure out. That's a good thing about MKBHD. So this is why you have the ideas in your mind that I want to see how MKBHD talk about this product. You want to see his perspectives. Good or bad is not that important. You want to see his perspectives.
Would you say in China it's different, that kind of atmosphere? People want to see just someone being nice, or?
In today's Chinese review videos, you don't see, first of all, you don't see many sharp ideas, sharp opinions over the products. And the perspectives, you don't see new perspectives. I think from the production, they are good. Everybody's good. Good lighting, good camera movements. They're good, mostly good. But about the perspectives, about the opinions, not many.
Why is that?
Because you don't want to make enemies of the brands.
And that's, I think, an important part is that, to be honest, say if you pissed off every single brand you worked with, you would still be okay. These people, that's where they're making their money. That's where they're making their incomes from. So if you were going to make like a new KOL, or sorry, not KOL, a new tech influencer in China today, what would it be? Like, one, they shouldn't be reliant on this money to make those reviews. Two, they should actually have ideas. Like, what would be that list of things?
First of all, you need to have opinions. Most influencers now, they don't have any opinions, good or bad. They don't even have judgments. They don't have the ability to judge a product. Every time when there's a camera flagship, you don't call that camera flagship? You don't have the.
Yeah.
On YouTube, do you have the idea of camera flagships?
Not really.
So how do you categorize the Xiaomi Ultra, Oppo Ultra?
Oh, I see. You mean the flagship smartphones, right?
The flagship smartphones which are good at cameras.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that like the thing now is like every flagship has a good camera, like it's expected.
Okay.
Or photography focused phone. That's how you can say it.
Okay. I have judgments. I have sharp ideas about good and bad. Some people will ask about my ideas. And some influencers, some IDs on Chinese social media, okay, either they don't have judgments or they are bullshitting about the cameras, because there are some phones which are pretty bad. The cameras, the photo quality, you cannot swallow it. You just want to delay them. You don't want to tap on the shutter button on phones. But they say, this is the best camera I've ever reviewed. And people, the consumers, are not stupid. You cannot say this for the money's sake. You can just stop talking about the camera. You can find some good perspective and try to avoid the direct talking about good and bad, good or bad, about the photos quality. But they just say, this is the best ever camera. I think you are.
You know what's funny? I sometimes call you for your opinion on stuff, but I have the exact opposite opinion. I mean, or the exact opposite thought. I'm always so scared to hear what you say because it's normally about something I really like, and then you're like, "This sucks," or "This is." So like when I wanted to buy the.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you don't have good judgments, or if you don't have self-confidence, when people ask you, "How do you think about the camera?" you will ask back, "How do you think about the camera?" Your ideas first. But during the conversations between us, I never ask you this way. You ask me, I will tell you my ideas. If I don't know, I will say I don't know. If I haven't tried, I will say I haven't tried.
Yeah.
I will never ask your ideas first.
Yeah.
I never say that.
Yeah.
Because I think my ideas count.
Yeah.
Even you have ideas against me. That's your ideas. That's your opinions. But it doesn't influence my opinions.
Yeah.
If I don't know, I say I don't know. It's okay. I always tell my colleagues, if you don't know, it's okay you don't know. But it's not okay you make up some bullshit and pretend that you know a lot about that product. You don't do that. You do that to me once, okay. Twice, you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting back to our list, we went a bit off track. So the key opinion leader, one needs opinions. Anything else you would add to that list?
You need to know how to communicate with your audience. Because you have opinions, you cannot bury it somewhere. You need to communicate. You need to express yourself in a way that people can understand you. I know someone who has opinions about everything, but they don't know how to talk about their ideas. That sucks. You cannot be influenced. You cannot influence anybody. When you can express it the correct way, you can influence people. First of all, you can learn. You get a product, you can understand it. Then you can form your opinions. Then you communicate these opinions to your audience. It's the whole pipeline. That's the 3 steps.
Well, in this case, like you're saying, it's a big majority. Do you think in 5 years these people will die off?
No, they're still there.
Do you think that influencer marketing will change at all? Or what do you see the future? You don't see any change in the future?
The changes will come from the sponsors. If the sponsors like all these kind of ideas, all these kind of fake numbers, all these kind of opinionless opinion leaders, it will always be this way.
But I would say it comes down to the fans, because at the end of the day, like you see this in Western social media right now, a lot of the fans are having backlash against these brands and against these influencers. Because
I don't see backlashes. Where are the backlashes?
But that's what I mean. And then the backlash was that people woke up to this because the influencers exposed it, the fans exposed it. And I think the company will have a huge change. There will be massive changes, I think.
The problem is that they want to do the business with English-speaking influencers with a bunch of Chinese people. They should have an English-speaking marketing team.
Yeah.
They should not use some Chinese people who want to control the influencers the way they control Chinese influencers. It's a different game. Respect the game. Here's the thing. Before you join the game, let's say YouTube is a game, Weibo is another game, TikTok is a game, Douyin is another game. Before you join the game, you still have the right to choose whether or not you join the game. Then you decided you want to join the game. You respect all the rules there. You are not joining the game and disobey all the rules.
Yeah.
Then you die.
But that's the thing is I feel that, not making it about me, but that's what my company does, is that we help these Chinese companies talk to influencers. And I always say it this way, is that it's not saying that I'm the only one that can do it, but I don't do Chinese marketing, right? Because I would feel it'd be offensive. One is I would suck at it, and two, it would be offensive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's time to do the placement now. Read your brand. Your statement.
Yeah. I did want to ask you one question, actually. So I remember when I first showed you the name of the company, Midori, and I showed you the logo. You know what's funny? Another scale of people. Basically, and I feel like 99% of people are just like trying to make me happy. They say they love the logo, they love the colors. You were the only person that said you hated the color. Do you still feel that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember your name. The brands.
You don't remember the name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
it's my mom's name,
there
dude.
There are so many combinations like do re mi mi do mi or something. How do you remember that?
Actually, it's kind of true, yeah. But it's my mom's name, man.
Yeah, I know it's your mom's name, but I've never met your mom. And
you met my dad.
But here's the thing. How can I remember that? I know it's an important name to you, but you need to make it easier to remember by your clients.
That's the thing, though, in the future, and that's what I want to grow into. Is
like Steven Senshan is something really easy to remember.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Why?
You see, Senshan is like Senshan 大道, right?
That's just because you know photography, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can remember that, but I've never actually, to be very honest, I couldn't remember your brand's name.
Okay, that's fair. That's why I come to you for this. But the idea is I want to do this in the future, and we haven't done this yet. In the future, I want Midori to be everyone's mom. Like that feeling. It's like we are... Because the thing is, I think people find kind of weird when we do Midori and talk about Midori. We talk about Midori as if it's a person. And everyone's like, is Midori actually a person? And that's kind of the idea that we want to build up in the future. So all I'll say is give us a few years and maybe we'll have another talk then. And we'll see if you still remember it. And you'll still be like, it's a logo, it's a name.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Because okay, the tough truth is that at the very beginning, no name is a good name.
What do you mean by that?
Okay, if you don't remember Google means nothing. Now Google is a verb now, so everybody think Google is a good name. Here's the thing. Your name become famous, then everybody remembers that. But still, there are some good names easier to remember, and some bad names which takes longer than others to remember.
Then please give my bad name 2 more years. Deal?
I have no bad feelings about your name. It's just like my friend Steven's got a company. some good typography and some green colors on the hat.
Okay, at least you like the typography. Okay, that makes me feel a little better.